Hello and welcome along to today's Pilates class. Today we're going to be working through a short flow using some Pilates weights. These are the APPI 500 gram balls that you can use lightweight dumbbells, 500 grams or a kilogram, or grab some water bottles or some cans of baked beans. Anything you've got that's kind of light, okay to hold for a prolonged period of time and that you feel comfortable with. We're going to start coming into our Pilates stance, so feet hip distance apart, and if you want to double check that, bring your feet together, turn the toes out and then bring the heels in line to parallel. Allow your feet to rock down and relax into the mat, and just take a moment to really spread the toes here. Allow the feet to really ground down, and then bring your weight down so you've got your weight equally distributed between your big toe, your little toe and your heel. From here, take a nice deep breath, grow tall, allow the eyes to close. Find your balance. Exhale, feel the ribs recoil back together. Inhale, grow tall, feel the ribs and the chest expand. Exhale, feel that recoil. Let's start by bringing our elbows into our side with our weights on the palms of our hands facing up. We're going to draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Create space. Engage through the back of the neck. Bring the chin backwards. Lovely. From here, keeping the rest of the body nice and still, we're taking the hands out to the side and coming back. Opening through the front of the chest and just feeling a little squeeze through the back of the shoulder blades. Good. Bringing our awareness back to our breathing. Lovely. From here, let's take those arms up to shoulder height. Elbows back to our waist and bring the hands back. Think about keeping that movement just to the shoulders. So what you might feel is as those arms come up, depending on your flexibility and mobility, you might find that the ribcage starts to flare up. I want you to think about keeping the ribcage down. So as we reach up, that movement's just coming from the shoulders. Think about keeping the knees nice and soft. Again, when we look out, we tend to rock forwards through the hips, and that's when the ribcage extends. So think soft knees, soft ribcage, movements just coming from the shoulders. Lovely. Let's go for one more here. And on your last repetition, we're going to keep the balls up at shoulder height. Turn your right palm down, left hand reaches up. Reach that left arm up as high as you can. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, that left arm reaches up and over. Right arm dropping down. Feel the stretch along the left hand side of your body. Inhale to hold. Exhale, return. Good. Opposite arm. Right arm reaches up. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, left arm reaches down. Right arm reaches up and over. Lovely. Let's maybe add those arms coming back. Same again. Exhale, reach over. Inhale, return. Arms come back. And again. If it feels comfortable, allow the hips to sway to the side. We're going to do one more to either side now. Last one to the right now. Left arm reaches up and over. And this time turn, rotate through the chest. Allow the left arm to drop. And we're going to come down into a modified roll down. Allowing the hands to pull you down to the mat. circle round to the centre, and then come back up, restacking the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Take the arms out again, this time right arm reaches up. We lift up and over, allow that arm to swing around, rotating down and pulling you down towards the mat. Have a little sway at the bottom here if that feels comfortable for you, and then roll yourself back up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Feeling that lovely articulation of the spine. One more to either side here, circling around. And then coming back up. Lovely. From here we're going to come into a little lunge position. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. We're going to think of our feet being on train tracks. Again, hip distance apart. And I want you to take your weight over onto your right leg. Left leg steps behind, still keeping on that train track. We're going to take our left knee down towards the mat and hold into a little lunge. From here, propel yourself forwards with stepping back up onto those train tracks. Step back, lunge, and come up. Lovely, we're going to stick to the same leg. Just take a few repetitions to find how big a lunge you need to take backwards. Good. Think about keeping the pelvis level, sinking the knee down towards the ground, and then propelling yourself up, back to standing. Push through the toes. Pull back up. Good, lovely. This time we're going to hold down here. We're going to bring the arms down by the side and come into a little bicep curl. So arms curling up towards the shoulders, elbows into the side. And let's turn, rotate the palms at the bottom. So balls face away. As we squeeze in, balls come to face the shoulders. So we're getting that full range of the biceps muscle. Rotating around, lovely. See if you can sink a little bit deeper into that lunge. Lovely, let's do 2 more. Last one. Push yourself back up. We're going to switch legs. Again, a couple of repetitions just to find your balance. Find how big a lunge you need to do. Maybe experiment, take a bigger step back. Or maybe a slightly smaller one. We're looking here to try and get the back knee down to about 90-degree position if you can. If that feels a bit much, don't worry about it, just keep on trying. We'll gradually get there. Lovely. On this last repetition, find your balance and lower down. From here, we're taking the arms behind us, shoulders draw down and back. I want you to think about pushing back as if, what can we push behind us? We're going down a ski lift and pushing those arms behind you. From here, we're going to gently just pulse the arms, pushing back, chest stays open. So we're coming into a modified hundreds movement, just gently pulsing those arms backwards. And we're going to pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Relax the arms, propel yourself back up, and give those feet a little bit of a walk through. From here we're going to come down onto the mat. You can do a roll down or just cross the legs and come down. Leave the balls down by the side for a moment and take a minute just to find your neutral pelvis position. So tilt the pelvis forwards and then tuck the tailbone under, just seeing how far you can go in each direction today. When you found that midpoint, when you found the extremes of those movements, settle in the midpoint. From here, we're going to take our balls and pop them down either side. And then reach our fingertips away, roll the balls away. From here, we're going to maintain this neutral pelvis. Think about squeezing the rib cage down towards our ribs as we roll the ball away and allow the head to start to rise. Inhale to hold. Exhale, we're going to float the right leg up to tabletop. So our foot's parallel to the ground, knees over the hip. Inhale to hold here. Exhale and lower. Inhale to hold, prepare. Exhale, left leg lifts. So just coming into our scissors exercise, lifting one leg and then the other. I want you to think about gently pushing down into the weights. Now if you're using a water bottle, hopefully you've got this aligned so it's working. Same with your weights, if you can just roll them away from you and gently push down so there's a little bit of tension going through the arms. Lovely, keep on going here. We're going to go for 4 more. Gently walking those legs. Last one. Inhale to hold. Exhale, roll the ball back. Allow the head to drop. Lovely. Now you may have found the muscles around the neck starting to work a little bit harder here. They're muscles we don't tend to use and aren't particularly strong. So although you can feel them working, as long as there's no pain, I would continue to work to help build that strength. And this next exercise is going to do that. We're going to bring the balls of the weight into our hands and just pop them on the front of the head here. Inhale to prepare, draw the shoulder blades down away from the ears. Think about keeping the elbows wide out in your peripheral vision. And we're going to come up into our abdominal prep. Exhale, ribcage squeezes down towards our hips. Inhale to hold. Exhale to lower. Think about the balls moving up rather than squeezing towards your knees. Sometimes a good way to do this is looking up towards the ceiling rather than at your legs. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, we rise up. Inhale and hold. Exhale to lower. Good, keep on working. We're going to go for 4 more. And last one. Lovely. Lower down, relax the arms down by the side, bring the weights down by your hips. Now, from here, we're going to work into our roll up. So, depending on your Pilates experience, I'll give you a couple of different variations. Our first variation, if perhaps you're quite new to Pilates, we're going to float one leg up into our tabletop position, knees over the hip, shin parallel to the ground. We're going to pop both hands behind that leg, extend the opposite leg away from you. Now from here, I want you to think about, again, trying to reduce the space between your hips in your ribs. As we exhale, we're going to push the leg away into our hands, squeeze the ribs down towards the hips and start to pull ourselves up into a seated position. And then again, rolling ourselves back down, coming down vertebrae by vertebrae. If you're doing this variation, make sure you're switching legs in between each repetition. Good. Okay, so that's option 1. Option 2, if you've done a little bit more Pilates, we're going to have knees either softly bent or extended, depending on what is more comfortable from you. Again, we're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, we're going to really think about bringing our rib cage down towards our hips. Exhale, we're rolling ourselves up. Use the abdominals. Start to create that lovely C-shaped curve. Roll yourself up and come up to lovely. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, start to create that C-shaped curve. The pelvis rolls back. And we're coming back vertebrae by vertebrae as slowly as we can. Good. If you want to make that a little bit more challenging, we can add in the weights. Weights go overhead. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, we scoop the arms overhead. The arms reach forwards. Squeeze, create that C-shaped curve. And we come up tall. We're not using the balls here to create momentum. They're adding extra weight, making it that little bit more challenging. Good. Let's go for 2 more, whichever level you're working at. Really control that roll back, vertebrae by vertebrae. See if you can make this last one as slow and as controlled as you possibly can. Lovely. Pop the balls down if you've been using them. Bring the feet hip distance apart. And just take a moment to allow your bottom to spread out a little bit so your sit bones are nicely balanced on the floor. From here, we're going to work into our roll back. So we've done our roll ups, now we're doing our roll backs. We're going to bring the balls into our chest, elbows out nice and wide. We're going to create a nice C-shaped curve as we roll backwards. Find that point where you feel you're going to kind of lose your balance. Roll backwards. Inhale to hold. Hug the balls to your chest. Exhale, grow tall. If that's a little bit much, pop the balls down, and you can of course just use your hands to give you a little bit of support, especially on the way up. Working here. Exhale, roll back to that point where you really feel you're engaging, squeezing those tummy muscles. And come up, lovely. Good. From here, we're going to roll back. We're going to see if we can take the arms forwards and out to the side. Good. Keep that point. Keep at that point where you feel you're about to fall off your perch. Good, lovely. We're going to go for 4, opening the arms wide. Squeeze them back together. 3. Good. Try not to squeeze forward as the arms open. 4, 2. And 1. Lovely. Bring the arms back to the chest. Grow tall if you need to. Have a little roll over the legs to allow the tummy muscles to relax. We're going to come back into that position, our falling off our perch position. This time we're going to take the arms in, elbows by the side, just coming into a little bicep curl here. We're going to extend the arms, bring the balls to touch the shoulders. From here, extend the arms up, touch the shoulders, extend the ball down. That little overhead movement really kicks in. The obliques, those muscles down the side of the body, as well as our deep abdominals. We're going to go for 2. And last one, reach the balls up. And bicep curl, lovely. Roll back up. Again, have a little counter pose, allow the tummy muscles to relax if you need to. We're going to do one more variation here, working into those obliques, which we just got firing up through that overhead reach. From here, grow tall. Reach the arms out in front of us. We're going to bring the arms into our chest as we rock back. From here, can we rotate to face the screen? Elbows stayed wide. We're thinking about keeping our collarbones wide here. And then as we exhale, we extend the arms apart. Lovely. Bring them back. Rotate to center. Inhale. See if you can make that C-shaped curve a little bit deeper. Exhale, rotate away. Extend the arms. Inhale, return. Lovely. Same thing again. Rotate. Reach the arms away. Good. Let's see, can we make this into a nice flow? Rotate round. Extend those arms. Maybe we inhale, exhale. See if you can deepen that C-shaped curve. Come back to center, drop back another inch. Rotate. Can you extend the arms a little bit wider? Bring the arms back, deepen that curve. Last one to either side. Lovely, roll yourself back up. Extend the legs if that's comfortable for you and just allow the head to drop down. Take a couple of nice big deep breaths. You should have really started to work those oblique muscles around the side here. Good, lovely. Couple more breaths. And then gently lower yourself back down onto your back. Lovely. We're going to bring the balls to where you can reach them. And just take a minute to find that neutral pelvis position. Lovely. From here, we're going to work up into our double tabletop position if that's available to you. Floating one leg up into tabletop. Inhale. Exhale, float the second leg up. Good. I want you to squeeze the feet and the knees together. Imagine they've been zipped up. Lovely. From here, we're going to bring the weights up to shoulder height. Keep the knees and the feet perfectly still as we extend the arms overhead. Pay attention to what's going on around your lower rib cage. As the arms extend overhead, do you feel your back arching? Can you keep your rib cage down? I'm just going to wiggle forwards because I keep on hitting my greenery. So arms go as far as we can control. That might not be all the way down. For me, when I reach my arms overhead, my back starts to arch. So just going as far as you can control and then bring them up. Squeeze those knees and the feet together. Control the movement. Lovely work. Of course, this double tabletop is not available to you. You can do this with the feet down to give you that little bit extra stability. Again, just keep in mind what's going on at the pelvis. Can you keep the rib cage down and in contact with the mat? We're going to go for 4, 3, 2, last one. Excellent work. From here, we're going to take our arm furthest away from the screen and the leg closest to the screen. We're going to extend the leg and the arm. Good. From here, rotate, circle the arm around as the leg returns. Good. Opposite arm to leg, extend away, circle back. Bit of a movement challenge. test everyone's coordination. Good. Excellent. We could do one more of these on either side. And then let's have a go taking both arms overhead as one leg extends. And again, circle back. Think about that pelvis. You will rock slightly as the leg extends, but can you keep that movement as minimal as you can? Stabilize, stay nice and strong, nice and steady. Lovely, let's go for 2 more to either side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely, last one here. And then bring the knees into the chest. Have a little rock forwards and back. Brilliant. Pop the balls down. Allow the knees to roll side to side, whatever feels nice for you, for your back and your abdomen. Lovely. From here, we're going to roll over onto our side, gently push ourselves up into a side sitting position. So we're going to have one foot behind us, one foot in front. Now, if you find this position uncomfortable, you can pop in a little cushion or maybe a yoga block or a rolled up towel just underneath your bottom to give you a bit more stability. We're going to come into our mermaid stretch, reaching our arm up and over as we did in that first standing exercise. Inhale, exhale, extend the arm. Reach the opposite arm up and over. Lovely. You should feel that stretch all the way down the side of your body. And then come back. Lovely. Again, reach the arm up and over. You're trying to create as much space as you can on the side. I quite like to think about rotating my armpit up towards the ceiling as if you're kind of showing it off. That helps to keep us nice and open through that side of the body. Good, let's come back into that counter stretch, over to the other side. And then we'll switch sides with our legs. Again, find a nice balance point for yourself here. Arms down by the side. We're going to reach up and over. Nice inhales through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And then we'll come to the other side. Good. Up and over, sinking into that lovely side stretch. And back over. Good, one last time here, reaching up, stretching over, armpit reaching up towards the ceiling. Imagine there's a ray of light coming out of it. And then over into that counter stretch. Brilliant. Thank you very much everyone for joining me. I hope you enjoyed yourself and I hope to see you all soon.